Hi Sam. It's great to see you again. Today, we're going to learn the word
richtig,
Hi Alex.
Richtig.
What does that mean?
richtig,
means correct or right in English. It can also mean true. The most common meaning is,
korrekt,
especially when you're confirming an answer or statement.
Oh, I see. Are there any false friends with?
Richtig.
Yes, there is a common misconception. Some learners think it might relate to the English word,
right,
meaning the opposite of left, but that's not the case here. It strictly refers to correctness. Now, let's talk about grammar.
richtig,
Is an adjective and it doesn't have a plural form like nouns do. It describes something that is correct. For example, you can say,
das ist richtig,
which means that is correct.
Got it. How do you use it with different subjects?
In German, you would say,
ich finde das richtig,
for I find that correct, and
du findest das richtig,
for you find that correct. Then for he, she, or it, you say,
findet das richtig,
And how do you say it in the past?
in the past tense, you can say,
ich fand das richtig,
for I found that correct. The perfect form is,
ich habe das für richtig gehalten,
which translates to, I have considered that correct. Now, let's dive a bit into the history of.
richtig,
It comes from the old High German word,
richtig,
which meant straight or just. Over time, it evolved to mean correct or right in the moral sense we use today.
That's really interesting. So, it has a deeper meaning than just correctness.
Yes, exactly. It connects to a sense of justice and truth. Let's break down the word
richtig,
a bit. It doesn't have a prefix or suffix, but the root comes from the same old High German roots. It relates to the concept of being straight or aligned.
So, it's like building blocks that form the word.
Yes, you could think of it like that. The idea of being aligned or correct is what gives it its meaning. Now, let's look at some similar words. If we focus on the prefix,
richtig,
we can find a few related terms. For example,
richten,
means to align or to correct.
What about others?
There's also,
Richtung,
which means direction, and,
richtiger,
which is the comparative form meaning more correct.
What about the superlative?
the superlative is
am richtigsten,
meaning the most correct.
That's useful. Any other similar words?
Sure. If you look at the suffix, we can find words like
lebendig,
which means alive, or
freundlich,
meaning friendly.
Those are good examples.
Now, let's practice speaking. Imagine you are at school and a teacher asks if your answer is correct. You could start with
das ist richtig, oder?
Das ist richtig, oder?
Means that is correct, right?
exactly. Now, let's say you are trying to confirm if your friend is correct about a fact. You might say,
Bist du sicher, dass das richtig ist?
Bist du sicher, dass das richtig ist?
Means are you sure that is correct?
perfect. And what if you are filling out a form and need to check your answers? You could say,
Ich denke, das ist richtig.
Ich denke, das ist richtig.
Means I think that is correct.
great job, Sam. Now, let's talk about gender.
Richtig.
Is an adjective, but when it describes a noun, you need to know the noun's gender. The ending typically suggests it's a strong masculine form when used in the nominative case.
So, it matches with masculine nouns.
Exactly. For example, if you say,
Der richtige Weg.
it means the correct way. Let's go over some usage notes. The word
Richtig.
is informal and commonly used in everyday conversation. Typical phrases include
Das ist richtig. Das ist nicht richtig.
and
Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob das richtig ist.
Those are useful phrases.
yes, and be careful with,
Falsch.
which means wrong, as it's often confused with.
Richtig.
Now, let's use some example sentences. For instance,
Das Ergebnis ist richtig.
means the result is correct.
And
Das war nicht richtig.
means that was not correct.
Exactly. Another one is,
Ich habe die Antwort für richtig gehalten.
which translates to I considered the answer correct.
What about questions?
You could ask,
Ist das wirklich richtig?
meaning is that really correct? Now, let's do a quick recall check. What does
Richtig.
mean?
It means correct.
Good. How do you say I found that correct in the past?
Ich fand das richtig.
Excellent. What is the comparative form of
Richtig.
That would be
Richtiger.
perfect? Can you give me a sentence using
Richtig.
sure.
Das ist richtig.
great? Lastly, what's a similar word that starts with the same root?
Maybe.
Richten.
Fantastic job today, Sam. So, to summarize, we learned that
Richtig.
Means correct, it has roots in Old High German, and it's a very useful adjective in everyday conversation. Keep practicing.
Thanks, Alex. I really enjoyed today's lesson.